Field in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay, and this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and off we go from Lambeau.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 13! Check 13! Strong right! Strong right! Check 31! Kill!
Topper! Topper! Jump out! Hey, Haywood!
Here's Rodgers to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
Brandon,
under pressure again, and down he goes again. Kentrell Brothers in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs. Now leads to a 3rd and long. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long.
Check. Jan 300. We are going. Slam.
Check. Crunch.
150.
Working from the gun. Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive.
Scoot. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
twist. Watch the twist. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Inside.
Rush in, rush in, rush in.
They do go for it. It's Rodgers. Man open. It's St. Brown. He's got it. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
26. Hey, Echo. Zoom.
Mike 40, Mike 40. Ready?
Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So he can't hang on. And as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know. But you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Here we go, D.
Hey, check 26.
Check.
Hey, wahoo.
Fresno. Watch the safety creep. Check 37.
Line left.
Check.
To throw is Rodgers. To throw again. He gets this to Devontae Adams. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down.
Inside. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, eat. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Rodgers again now. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Cousins to throw it. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Hey, exit.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs.
26, Mike.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Shift. 50. machine, chopper. Hey, 382, Liz 50.
Shit.
80 weapon. Zebra. Gun. Go.
On 1st and 10, Cousins into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Hey, box truck. Gun.
Get him. You got it. Switch.
Play action now. Cousins. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year. John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year, Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill, no surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most. That's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a great award. Congratulations, Calais.
Rodgers now on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Let's get to some Hall of Fame talk while we have a second, because last week we mentioned the 15 guys that we knew were going into the Hall. 5 added: Isaac Bruce, Steve Hutchinson, Edgerrin James, Steve Atwater, and Troy Polamalu. You think about it, CD. For Polamalu, it was his first year of eligibility. People knew he would go in. Atwater was his 16th year. He had to wait a long time.
He certainly did, and I often wonder about the psychology of it all, because when you're young in your career, meaning young retired, right, these things mean something to you. But I don't know if they hit with the same impact as it will for Steve Atwater. 16th year. Now, I think Steve would like somewhere to be a happy medium. Maybe the 8th year would have been a lot better. But the bottom line is, the older you get, boy, imagine the emotions running through there, the validation. Probably haven't had the applause in a long time. That's going to come back to you now. Troy Polamalu, he essentially stepped off the field and into the Hall of Fame, but it doesn't matter. Bottom line is getting there. Congratulations to all.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on fourth. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They're going to line up to go for this on fourth down. Rodgers stays on the field. Here we go on fourth down with Rodgers. And it is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. And predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. 19 yards that time for number 19. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. Throwing on second down, Cousins. He completes it to Treadwell. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. And the play clock becoming an issue, so Mike Zimmer's forced to call a timeout, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4.
Alpha! Hey, Clifford! Gun!
Staying open. Watch it.
First! What's that?
Cousins. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs there to make the grab, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bailey got the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now it's Rodgers. The 20. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. An excellent gain, 35 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Marquez Valdez-Scantling. Incomplete.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So we will not go into the lockers tied. We do have a leader in the clubhouse, so to speak.
Yeah, it's only 3 points. Doesn't seem like much, but it looms big the way that they got it done right before the half ended.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. First down, here's the run with Cook. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. So the ball moves from their own 41 to the other 41 here for 1st and 10.
General West. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Hey, Charlie. Gun. I got you. Here we go.
On play action, Cousins. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hey, Haywood.
They go play action. Cousins. It's caught by Treadwell.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Hey, Echo.
First down. Here's Cousins. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Preston Smith comes in for the sack. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Gun. Hey, Steamer.
To throw is Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Watch the whip.
Hey, flag.
36. Switch. Check.
Inside, 26. Wide left. Hey, exit.
Check.
Blue draw corkers.
Check hot route.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch his slant. Watch his slant. Watch his slant. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Go.
Oh. Mike 55. Mike 55. Mike 55.
Inside.
Coming after you.
Run.
Coming after you. Mike 55. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Here we go.
Here's Rodgers to throw. This complete to Jones. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, 84 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail by 10, 17-7 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
Gun.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Kenny Clark, what a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. They'll dump this off to Cook. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Cousins. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Zadarius Smith. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. That's to Cook out of the backfield. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun, Cousins. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen there to make the grab, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
But they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
They'll run on first down. Jones. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Joker, 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 Joker. Under 10. 10.
On second down now, it's Jones, and he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. This is Jones, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Check 15. Okay, over here. Check. Out. Plant.
On second down, it's Jones. And here's another tackle made at the line, so they're converging well on the football now. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
319. 34. Come on, D.
Jones. And fights through one man. And they'll get this across midfield, but not nearly close to a first down as he stopped at the 48. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Back to throw. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Cousins to throw. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen with time running out. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead. Bailey got the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts. Got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Rodgers now 9 of 17 through the air.
Box it, box it, box it, box it. 54. Hey, 88.
He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hey, Zoo.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
54's Mike, 54's Mike. Check, watch 54. Watch.
One final try for Rodgers. We've seen this before. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
You see me out here? That's right. We can't be stopped.
21, Packers 17.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold. Yeah, they can't catch up cause they lacking the stamina. Way too advanced to be playing with amateurs. Stay on attack when they tackle like damager. They react and play it back on the camera. Hot boy, just consider me flammable. Sure shot. Animal, heat the competition up like a Hannibal. Know the game like I wrote up the manual. I do weekly what you do on the annual. MVP, that decision unanimous. Big dogs, I don't think they can handle it. Battlefield, it's just me and my warriors. Guaranteed. Smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, they will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone, watch me celebrate. I'm cocky, I do my dance, jump in the stands. No man, the man, oh, there with the hands. Thought they could guard me, I ruin they plans. I do what I want, they do what they can. Got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not crash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash, 100-yard dash. They slept on the team that they owe me. I need a ring and a trophy. I say I'm the best cause I am. It's noted in keeping it low-key. I can cover the D like a turkey, or run straight through the D like a train. This year we ain't taking no losses. It's all about making the game. I hear a lot of trash talk. He call himself making a name. I put on the Jets, the coast of regret even letting them stay in the game. Team morale took a tumble. Next time be humble. I'm the lion in the jungle. You just try not to fumble. Rumble, young man, rumble. Never slip nor stumble. I take off poof, magic. Now watch me juke through the traffic. Here come the blitz, pass it. Got it on smash. Put on the gas. I will not crash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash. 100 yard dash.
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give. How much blood would you bleed? I'ma tell you.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. The veteran kicker Mason Crosby set to do the honors here, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 30-yard line.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Here we go.
Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now Cook. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Check nickel.
On 2nd down, Cook. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Rush in. Gun. 5.
Mike 42. Mike 42. Check. Mike 42.
Here we go.
Black.
Cousins to throw it. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
We want it.
Hey, clicker.
Shoot. Check. Fresno.
Gun.
Fresno.
Yellow.
Check pass, check pass.
They'll run with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now a 7-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken very short. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Watch the safety creep. Hey, Mike. Yeah, Liz. Yeah, Liz. Hey, Alpha.
Now Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Right here. Mike 22, he's coming, 20 smooth.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Mike 22, Mike 22.
I'm trying to collect.
Jump out.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Rodgers. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
22, Mike 22. Hey, Charlie. 22's coming, 22's coming, Mike.
I'm coming.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 37-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Score, Vikings 7, Packers nothing.
Stay hot. Ready?
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. Say.
Hey, can. Hey, Haywood. Gun.
Mike, 26 Mike. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come.
Hey, hot.
Play action now. Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Double dog. That's the way. Watch the edge.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his 2nd touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a 2nd. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Y'all playing the wrong football. 49, check 49.
They try again with Cook. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bailey got the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that's knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Hey, let's go.
Hey, it's me and you.
We're not going.
Twin. Hey, alert 3.
Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
Hey, 88.
Rodgers now on 1st down. And Graham's got it, complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Rodgers to throw once more. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Go right. Jim. 6:30. Hey, wahoo.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Rodgers throwing again. He completes it to Jones. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Undercut.
Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Get 300. Get 300.
Rodgers again now. And he's got the connection to the tight end Graham. Touchdown Packers. Jimmy Graham there to make the grab as they are now on the board here in the first half. Good bounce-back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agree totally. Excellent bounce back, tremendous poise, confidence never lost, and obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
This will be taken short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Give him 6 on the run. It'll be 3rd down now with still a long way to go to get to the first down marker.
Hey, no, easy. Watch the curl. Hey, flipper. Go. Gun. Check three.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Preston Smith drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. So that'll back them up 5. Here's Britton Colquitt now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And from this spot in the field to the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
3 and out. 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 3
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Well, switching gears, CD, I got to tell you, it's always sad now that football's over. We've got a long wait until Thursday, September 10th.
It's okay.
I know,
it's
but
okay.
September 10th.
You get a little misty there.
That's when the 101st season starts. We just finished off season 100. I don't know. What are we going to do till then?
Well, I'm going to rest and relax a little bit, and so are you. But you're exactly right. It won't take us long to start to say, okay, when does camp start? How about OTAs, mini camps? We'll follow the draft. We'll do all the football things, but there'll be nothing like Thursday, September 10th, 2020. And they'll likely be in Arrowhead, right? They'll likely be there for Kansas City. I know it's not a given, but after winning the Super Bowl, after a 50-year wait with that organization and that franchise and family, that game's going to be there that Thursday night.
Yeah, well, in the meantime, we do have some work to do because they're still picking up the controllers out there in Madden Land, I hope.
Yeah, certainly you have to. And why wouldn't you? Because you go ahead and play now, and you figure out who's going to be in the Super Bowl in Tampa next year. And I know you're going to let us know.
Adams hauling it in from Rodgers. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
No. 319.
Yeah, after that one.
Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
Hey, black. Go get him. Hey, take 26. Hey, Delta. Like 22, he's coming. 22's coming.
Rodgers now on 1st down. The connection made. It's Graham. And he lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
They start the drive with Cook. He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Check curls.
From the 39, Cousins. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Give to Cook out of the gun. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, 36 yards. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Vikings. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now 21-7. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken very short. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be incomplete. Devontae Adams, the intended receiver. But it'll be second down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Rodgers. And left side here, it's Graham. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down. That close on 3rd down, I think everybody probably expecting a run. Instead, they go to the air on 3rd and short yardage.
I realize this is a passing league, and they're liable to throw the ball on any down and distance. But that short, I do question the call. Run the football and pick it up.
Hey, high 7. Back left. Jim. Motion. 10-30.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. 20. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be taken short. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. And sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. And that's complete to Adams. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 38-yard line. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 38. Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football.
Let's go.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. Cousins going to come up on a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Going deep for Dick. That's caught inside the 20. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And he fires one incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off.
Really good about. And I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we made one more play, could have had our shutout.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is Cook with a grab.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the result, I'm better killing them all. Rogue one, but I got a team with me. Gourmet, I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. What state prop you looking bleak now? I was home to sleep, designer sheets now. 30 different missions. When I speak, they listen. Couldn't find it, so she fishing. Who the crew? It wasn't you. I know it's true, cause you look like the opposition. Run it up, greatest ever sums it up. I ain't have a lot when I was coming up. Kinda made my stomach turn when I brung it up. Wait.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no else. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame it on Gino. Snowflake the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. Fettuccine with the snails and a 5 5-star hotel. And I wish these well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate, pay their bills. They can't get it by themselves.
That's why you treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me.
The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. Dan Bailey now to put the ball in the air, and we are underway from downtown Minneapolis. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
What we got? X3, 218, chopper. Show it up. Check. Check one. Check.
Watch out.
25, check 25, check 25. He's coming in, get out.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Cut.
Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Hey, Sue. Plant.
34's the mic.
He's got 300. Look at this.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Now Jones. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
50. 5. Box it. You're gonna get up.
On first down, Rodgers is caught here by Adams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down. On first and 10, here's Rodgers. Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
First carry now for Tyler Ervin. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. Give him a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up third down.
Kill, turn up. Kill, turn up.
Hey, 626. Zoom. 34's the Mike. He's coming. Check him.
Watch the out.
Hey, check back. Smooth. Mike, 34.
Bound to lose one.
Now Rodgers to throw on third down. He's got Adams on the hookup. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 18.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter.
Blue 58.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Now Jones. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. He's got it. That's St. Brown. Touchdown, Packers. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Crosby with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. From the 27, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Preston Smith. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long.
Check 26, check 26. Hey, can't. Gun. Hey, Charlie.
Play fake. Cousins.
Under 10.
And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th. And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field.
Hey, Haywood.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. He's got a man. Complete. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
That's what I do. Jim.
On first down, it's Cook.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Check, Mike 42. All day. Check 50. Check.
Recon, 132 fighter. Black.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook, and he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
48. Pilot, 64. Please.
3 down. Kill. Check 13.
Two.
Check 31.
Wait, hot.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. It's caught, Smith. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 13-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bailey got the extra point, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken short. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
319. 330.
Rodgers now on first down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. Here's Rodgers on 3rd down. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And he's got this down to the 35. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. Irvin on the carry. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Tyler Irvin, 35 yards. And the Packers have taken the lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Play action now. Cousins. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And instead, they want to throw it off play action. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now 21-7. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you
looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Will Redmond. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 45. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Rodgers. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. To throw is Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Go!
First and 10.
Check.
On play action, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Zadarius Smith, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
3rd and long for Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. Give them 32 on the play. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
This is caught, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 15-yard touchdown grab as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken very short. Oh, he breaks another. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Rodgers now on 1st down. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Out of the gun, Irvin. Mackenzie Alexander in on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 44-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
630.
Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
26.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
This is 3rd and 2, maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Hey, Delta.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Safety's creeping.
On 1st down, Jones. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Rodgers to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Mike 34, Mike 34. Scoot. Right. Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get this. Hey, watch your hands. 1 to 50. 34's the Mike.
Hey, orbit.
Jim. We're pretty quiet.
34's the Mike.
Now Rodgers.
Here we go.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. In a tie game, 4th quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident.